All right. Hello to everyone tuning in. I just want to welcome you to our Meet the Founders live stream series where we're going to be talking to some of our top performing deals. Right now, we've got uh, Dimitri or Dimi from the team behind Brizy Cloud. My name is Gabriella. I'm one of the copy editors here at AppSumo. So if you ever touched a select deal page and you've watched any of the videos or read any of the copy, I have had my hands on just about all of that. Like I said, super excited to introduce you the founder behind Brizy Cloud. Today, they're going to be delving into all the features and roadmaps and just all the awesome things about their tool that they want you to know about before you possibly buy the tool. I do want to say up front that Brizy Cloud's lifetime deal is only available until tonight at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So not to put any pressure on you, but if you do want to buy this deal, it is going fast. And I will go ahead and share that link in the chat for you. Um, so without further ado, let me just pass it over to Dimitri, and he's going to walk you through a product demo. So would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a bit more about why you decided to create Brizy Cloud?
Hey, Gabriela, thanks for having me here. Hi, everyone. Nice to be here. I'm Dimi, one of the founders and the CEO of Brizy, and Brizy Cloud, of course. Brizy, as you know, is a multi-platform website builder, but we're here tonight to talk about Brizy Cloud in particular. By the way, Gabriela, I'm not sure you know, this is not our first rodeo because we had the Brizy Cloud as a select AppSumo deal back in the day when we launched in 2019. It was a very successful deal back then as well. But as you might imagine, we've came a long way, right, since 2019. Brizy Cloud back then was just starting out, but now we are a full-fledged managed website builder, and we've added a ton of features and functionalities. And I'm sure we'll have Sumo links in the chat that will attest to that. And by the way, as Gab said, the last 24 hours or tonight actually.
Tonight we are approaching like the
So
last 10 hours.
it's a tight deadline, but if you are purchasing this deal, you get a lifetime deal to Brizy Cloud, which will serve you very well. Let me tell you about what Brizy Cloud is, for maybe the ones that don't know. Brizy Cloud is a cloud-based website builder. It's focused mainly on ease of use and flexibility. It allows users and mainly agencies that are working for clients, doing projects for clients, to create websites without coding through an intuitive drag-and-drop editor. If I were to just to mention a couple of key features that Brizy Cloud has, first I would say this drag and drop editor that is making it very easy to build and edit websites quickly, even for those that don't have the technical expertise to do it. Another feature would be the templates and pre-made blocks. We've been very out there and this is our bread and butter, the design part. And Brizy offers a wide range selection of templates and pre-made content blocks that will help users to customize the look and feel of their websites very, very easy. The responsive design is another feature, important feature that I should mention. As you know, a lot of traffic nowadays comes from smartphones and smart devices, and this is a must in this space to have your website accessible from different resolutions and different devices. So websites created in Brizy Cloud are automatically optimized for mobile, tablet, and of course desktop views. The hosting part is very important because Brizy Cloud is a managed platform. So we are providing the hosting, we are providing the SSL certificates, we are providing backups, we are providing and managing the entire infrastructure. So your job as an agency, we don't give you the overhead of figuring out hostings and all the underlying technicalities, but focus only on building websites and, of course, generating more revenue for yourself and your business. The integrations with marketing tools is another thing that is very important. Brizy Cloud integrates today with a lot of third-party marketing tools like MailChimp or Zapier or other CRMs. And this enables agencies to manage marketing and pass all the leads from Brizy to this very powerful marketing tools to automate and to do all sorts of marketing activities. I would mention also something very important that we launched recently in the last months, which is our AI website builder. And this is partly why we were very keen when we were approached by our partners from AppSumo to do this deal again to promote our AI website builder. Recently, we also added Google My Business integration, and this is what I will share my screen in just a couple of minutes and showcase this to you. That will allow you to build websites for your clients only through finding their business on Google and pressing one button, and you have the website in 20 seconds. So it's something very, very, very interesting and very excited. I'm very excited about that, and I'll show it to you today. Last but not least, and this is something that is position Brizy Cloud as a tool, a very powerful tool for your business, is the white label functionality and our APIs integration. So what you would do with this, our platform offers white label and API capabilities that will make it a very flexible choice and an easy choice for your business or businesses that want a deeper integration of our platform inside their product. So basically, you can rebrand our tool entirely 100% white label and resell it to your clients or offer it through an API integration to your users. So these are the main features, let's say, that make Brizy Cloud a very versatile tool for agencies and businesses and SaaS businesses that are looking to build and deploy websites very quickly and I would say very efficiently. Gabriela, what do you propose next? Maybe go directly inside and show a demo of Brizy Cloud?
Yes, yes. I just added a screen for you to be able to open whatever you want to show us. So
Okay,
you
perfect.
go ahead and take the
Let
wheel.
me figure out the
Yeah.
sharing options here.
I think if you just click add source, do you see that? You should be able to add a video, presentation, screen share.
Yeah, I think I'll just share my entire screen. Let's hope nothing odd pops out in the notifications and things like this.
All right,
Okay,
looks like
so
we can see your screen.
yeah, you can see my screen. Excellent. Let me just jump straight into it. What you're seeing here is our Brizy Cloud dashboard. Once you create the account, or you will claim your AppSumo codes inside your Brizy account. When you access Brizy Cloud dashboard, you'll come to this dashboard. Just very short, I'll present it. We have here up top. These are workspaces where you can create, and you can think of it as folders, for example. So this is where your clients will be. If you have a certain brand or a client, you'll just add a folder here, and you'll create the projects for that client inside that folder. Here at the top right, we have the members functionality. This is a very important functionality because it will allow you to invite team members to this folder, this workspace. So, for example, as you see here, Dimi Baitanchuk, I'm the owner of this workspace, but I can invite someone, a designer from my team, or I can invite the client as well here using this functionality. And besides the email, I need to give the person that I invite a role, and we have a couple of role heels that come with different degrees of accessibility. Some of them can modify things, some of them can publish the projects. The editor role, for example, is a role created for the client, for the end client, and the client only has the possibility to modify the content. So they can't break the design, they can't change structure, they can't add new elements. We know how clients are. Sometimes they tend to go around and break some things, and we don't like that. So this role will save a lot of time or rebuilding things that clients break. Of course, the platform is multi-language. So, for example, if you change the language here, it will change throughout the dashboard and also inside the editor. We also have and try to cater to different markets that are not are underserved from this point of view, and these are the Arabic countries, which, as you can see, it changes the entire dashboard from right to left. Let me figure out on how to change it back, because this is important for our demo today. And of course, some account-related options here. This is where projects sit. You can build a couple of different projects, so they are displayed here as cards. And on each project, you can do certain things. For example, if I click here, I would go inside the editor if I did the project. I have a couple of options here. I can publish the project, and let me walk you very fast through a couple of options we have here, which are very interesting. Of course, you can link a custom domain. Very simple. You just link a custom domain here, and you need to copy paste some DNS records. You can also, if you want to choose to stay on a brizy.site domain, it's not a problem. You can change the subdomain that goes with it. We also have a third-party free hosting that goes via GitHub, but this is something that we are working right now to sunset. So I would not use this, but what I would use, maybe if you look to host yourself, so don't, as you can see, these first two options are securely hosted by Brizy, by us, and the second two are self-hosted by you. So, for example, the server sync, which is a very interesting proposition, we've created a way for you to host the content on your server, the end result, the website, but the editing part is done on the Brizy platform. And you would download a script from here that you'll upload on your server, and that script will do the sync between the Brizy Cloud servers and your server. And of course, the last option here is download HTML. You just click it, you get a zip with the HTML files, and you'll be able to publish them and share them wherever you want. You can move projects from one workspace to another. Of course, if you build a couple of projects, you want to move them between clients or folders, this is the tool to do it. Leads, very important. This is where this section is connected directly with the contact form inside the editor. So any leads that are going through your contact forms you'll be able to find them here. And of course, you can link the contact form with all those nice CRMs and marketing tools that actually I'll show you when we get to the actual editor. And last, of course, if you want to delete projects, very simple, you'll delete it from here. We have a preview here. You can change the name of the project if you want. But enough with the small stuff, let's say. Let's go into the meat and potatoes of this demo. You create new projects, right? This is the idea, to create more projects for your business, for your clients, for yourself. And we have a couple of projects that you can create here. Brizy Cloud is mainly know about the website building part, but we have different projects, and these are pop-up and alerts. And these are very, very interesting. I encourage you to go check it out, even if you don't buy the AppSumo deal, but of course, go do it right now. Actually, not right now. Wait until we finish the demo and the webinar. But if you are building pop-ups and alerts, this is a product that lets you build pop-ups, but not to host here on Brizy Cloud, but to use them on other websites, so external websites. These pop-ups will work with dynamic conditions, display conditions, and you can use them and publish them on any website in the world. You'll just get an embed code, and if you don't have a pop-up solution, you can use this. And the third project type, let's call it, are stories. Stories are those mini websites that are primarily for mobiles. Those stories that you see on social, on Google, on Facebook, those nice landing pages that you can flick through, and you can build those stories with this product. And of course, publish them on a custom domain or include them on a website. So this might be something very interesting if you're doing marketing and you're keen to build this kind of product. Let's go to the main culprit of the night, and this is the website builder and the landing page builder. And once you choose this, you can build a website in 3 different ways. You can start from scratch, and of course, this is obvious for designers. And if you have custom design that you want to build from scratch, you'll use our widgets and elements and all the functionality Brizy Cloud provides to build a website starting from zero. We have the generate with AI, which I will showcase tonight. And we have starting with template. Let me show you starting with template very, very shortly in under 1 minute. We've built here around, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and this would be you'll get a sort of a glimpse. No one knows about it. We're preparing a new design update by the end of this year or early in January. We have around 200 pre-made templates on different categories and niches. So you would find here anything you want for your clients to get a very fast start. And of course, you can view a preview. Let's look very fast through it. You can see how they look on tablets, on mobile from up top. And if you're ready to start with one, you just click this button, the template gets installed, and you are redirected inside the editor to start modifying and creating your website. Let me go back to the project type, and we will go into generate with AI. And you'll click this button, a new page will load up where you have a couple of different options. We actually are generating the websites via AI. We're using different tools that come from third-party tools, of course. And we have a couple of options here, but I would like us to do an experiment tonight. I would generate a website based on an art gallery that I know it's near me, or a restaurant that I know it's near our office. But I would like to ask you, Gabriela, in the meantime, as I'm showing this, maybe open Google Maps on your end, and just around you, try to find, I don't know, a bakery, a restaurant, something that might have a nice imagery, right? A restaurant, a bakery, a business that you think we can test live now with from your side. But look on Google Maps and try to find one nearby. Maybe one that you go to drink coffee or to, yeah. Let me.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Please do that.
Yes.
We have two ways of doing it here. We can go through these steps, input a brand name, tell the industry, and maybe give some info, some description and things like this. But there is another way of doing it. It's by searching your business via my Google Business APIs, right? So I have this nice gallery here, Win Gallery. Yes, it's Emil Pangrati. This is the street. This is actually a gallery right near our office, and I sometimes use it because they have very nice imagery, and I sometimes use it to generate an AI website. But of course, you can search your business, and you can go try it right now on Brizy.io. With any Google My Business, we're getting everything we can from the Google APIs, and that is images, testimonials, and the description of the business, and running everything through our trained models to generate content and everything. And this is the generation we got. So it's the name of the business, Win Gallery. We have some copy. The images are brought in from Google My Business, so these are real images from this space, this gallery. We are completing some of the images that we don't have with images that we bringing in from other places. Creative Commons images that you can redistribute and use in your project. A very nice background from the art gallery. I can recognize this actually because I visited recently. And we have forms. Of course, we bring in the map, and this is the actual location, Strada Emil Pangrati, for this gallery. And also, we are bringing in information about location, the phone number, the email. We didn't have, so it was not published on Google My Business. What we've completed here, sort of a dummy email that I'll show you how to change in a second when we go to the editor. There is two options from this point, right? Maybe we like it, we love it. It looks like very artish, to be honest, and I like the nice touches with the design, and the color scheme works perfectly. But if you don't like it, let's say, you can go here in the bottom right, and you have a couple of options, right, related to regeneration. You can start from scratch, and it will go back to the first screen, and we'll use that in a second with what Gabriela brings in from her local business, Google. And you can regenerate a couple of things. You can regenerate titles and text if you don't like them. You can regenerate the images, the typography, the coloring, or the entire page. And just for the sake of to be mindful of our time here, I will not go through everything, but I will just hit an entire page just to see an entire regeneration: images, titles, typography, colors, and actually the design as well. Probably the images will be the same, right? Because we're bringing them from Google. Let's see. Oh, we got the same thing. I don't like this. Let's hit it again. Let's go again. Did you find the business, Gabriela, from your local community?
Yes,
what industry they are operating in?
What? Say that again.
What industry are they operating in?
It's a coffee shop.
Coffee shop. Oh, nice. So yeah, this is another generation. You might recognize a couple of the images because they're the same from Google. Looks very nice as well. I like it. Yeah, very cool. At this point, let's say you are very excited about your new AI generated website, and maybe you want to share it, right, with your friends or with your I don't know, partners, colleagues. And you'll hit this share website. You'll copy the link to this generation. So we are instancing this generation for you. And if you share this link, you can actually, you know what? Let's actually do. But maybe it's not a good idea because you'll all leave the webinar and go generate websites on Brizy. I'm not sure actually how to put the link here. So probably that's.
You can, if you want, you can put it in our private chat, and I can add it to the.
So this is the link to the generation that we've done, and you can share this, and whoever clicks this, it will get to this exact generation, copy images and everything. Once you're happy with it, guess what? You'll click this big edit and publish with Brizy button, and this will create and we will get redirected inside our project. Gabriela, we'll get back. Let me show the builder first, because I think it will be very interesting for everyone to see how you can edit and modify the content actually from our page. And once we do that, we get back and generate a coffee shop based on the business you found out in your location. We are now inside the Brizy editor. Of course, it looks exactly like the generation, because what you see is what you get inside the editor. And here is very simple. Anything you want to modify, you just click it. It's simple as that. You want to modify some text, and you just delete some text. For example, let's say we want this column to be a bit smaller, or we would like here this spacing's a bit larger. Maybe I don't like the column here, and I want to reposition it in this side. Yes. Let's go with some styling here. Maybe play with the paddings a bit to create some spacings. This text will move it down. So you have the power to do everything right at your sort of the tips of your fingers, right? Anything you want to modify, we've split the options in such a way that it's very, very easy to understand and use. So, for example, let's go with this text, right, or with this button. If we click this button, a toolbar will appear with a couple of categories of options that you can edit, right? So the first icon usually is the most important one and differs from element to element. So this is a button, right? And here you can play with it. So, for example, we want to do it rounded, right? Or we want to do a certain width, right? Or we want to create a certain height of buttons, or we want to add an icon to the button. And we have here 4,000 icons to choose from in different categories with different. You have everything you need here in terms of iconography. The next one is typography. In typography, you can build and you can change fonts, of course. If you don't find, we are installing a couple of them, not too many, a couple of them. But if you want to install more, it's not a problem. You can add a new font, and you have a couple of options. You can go with Google fonts. They have like thousands of fonts there to choose from. If you want something more premium and you have an Adobe font subscription, you can link that with Brizy Cloud, and we will bring in your Adobe fonts sets, which will let you build very, very nice websites. And last but not least, let's say you have a customer that is a corporate customer and they have a very fancy font designed for them. Not a problem. You can use our upload functionality and upload a custom font here. And of course, you can manage fonts as well from this tab. Next is colors. You can modify anything related to colors, backgrounds, text, borders, shadows, hover, everything. Links, you can link this button with everything, the pages in your project. You can link it with a custom URL. You can link it to go through a certain block in the page if you want, right? When you click this button, all the page will scroll very smoothly and it will go to one of the blocks in the page, and you can select it very nicely from this nice representation here. A pop-up is another option, and we have an excellent pop-up builder. Actually, let's add a pop-up here because I want to show this to you. It's something amazing that we've built on top of our builder functionality. You can select a pop-up from here, anything you want. We have a couple of pop-ups pre-made. Let's go with this one, Cyber Monday. It was just around the corner. And when you click this, guess what? You are getting the pop-up on top of the page, similar to how you would be getting it on your website. But the nice thing about it is that you are still in the builder, right? So you can move and do all sorts of things here, exactly like you would modify the pop-up on the homepage. Build more text, duplicate a button, make it smaller, make it larger, do whatever you want, position the pop-up in a certain way, maybe here in the corner, and so on and so forth. Let's go back to the actual editor. This is how you'll modify everything from these toolbars. We also have some more how do you call it, more advanced options, right? For effects, for example, we have a functionality or a feature related to effects that goes throughout the builder on all the widgets. So we can build all sorts of effects here that will play very nicely. Entrance animations, on scroll animations, and things like this. This is how you modify it. It's very simple. I encourage you to go play with it. I'm sure you'll love it. But how do you build more, right? Because it's not about modifying. It's also about building more or subtracting, right? Because the AI goes 80, 90%, but you still need to add more stuff, some blocks or some elements. This is very, very simple. You go here, and we have all the elements here in the sidebar that you can use to build exactly what we've built here, because guess what? All the templates here and all the designs we're providing through Brizy Cloud are built with the same element. So very simple. What do you want to add? We add an image. Let's add it here. It's a bit too in size, too large. We just resize it, and then maybe we reposition it. And I would like also some space here under the title, and I can increase or decrease the space like this. So it's very, very easy to work with and to edit and to modify, to add things on the page. But maybe you don't want to add element by element and start creating the design and go through it. And maybe you don't want to, you don't have the time, you don't have the skills, you don't want to at that point. Not a problem. If you see these pluses between each blocks, you'll click this, and we've built an entire library of over 500 blocks that you can choose from to actually build your structures, to give you a start to build your structure. So for example, let's go with, I don't know, feature section. Let's go with this one. I will add this one on the page. And of course, from this point on, I can modify it with the information and everything I want, right? Maybe I want here to modify maybe the background a bit with a bit of opacity. And we have also the background. You can put in the section background, you can put images, you can include videos, you can include maps. You can even include a slideshow in the background that will go with those nice transitions that are you can control from here. We've gone through how you modify, how to add things, and let me go very fast through our options here, because I didn't even go through a lot of things that actually Brizy Cloud can do. Here You can find all the blocks in real time. We have a live representation of the blocks. Anything you modify here will appear here. So for example, it's very simple. If I want this block to put it up top, we just come here and drag it, and it will go on top or here. Very simple. You can also delete blocks if you want. If I click this, the blocks goes away. Here is the most important, and we are very, very proud of this. I encourage you to actually go and test this, because it's something that will save you hundreds of hours and a lot of stress and nerves with the clients. Consider this. You go to the website and you build a website. The client comes and says, I don't like the blue. Let's try the red one, or let's try another font here, or let's try. Imagine what it would mean to go through all the texts and select another text here. So for example, this is a heading 1, and you go and modify heading 1, make it Lato, and this one, and this one, and this color, and this button, and this text. So it will take like 2 days only to test a couple of things. But with this functionality, you don't have to, because everything here applies globally throughout the project. So for example, this H1, I go here to H1, and I modify the H1 to, let's go with something more crazy, just to see how it changes on the page. The sizing as well. And so, for example, every H1 that you have on the project, not on this page only, throughout the entire, so if you have a 500 pages website, all the H1s will be modified at once. The same goes with all the other text, and of course, the same goes with the color. So for example, if I go with this color and I move it to green, let's say, anything that is used by that color inside the project, like these icons, for example, like this button, like this text, it will modify with that color, right? And this is a very, very, very powerful functionality that will let you control the styling and typography throughout the entire project. Recently, what we've built is we've built AI colors. So if you are not in the mood to generate or to try to figure out, we just play a bit with it and try to get a couple of AI generated color schemes, let's say. Look. And of course, this goes with typography as well. And you can play with it until you find something that you really like. Of course, you can create global things from scratch. You can also save different styles, so you can build your own. Of course, everything is responsive. This is very important. As I've told you, you are building on desktop, so on your laptop, on your desktop, but everything is mobile responsive, and you have all the tools here to modify everything in tablet view and also in mobile view. So for example, let me show you something really nice and cool that we have here. So for example, let's say that for this section, for example, I don't like it for, let's say, for mobile, right? This section, we don't want the mobile viewers to see it. We just hide it. As simple as that. And of course, that section disappears only for mobile users, because if we go to the desktop, of course, this section will be there. The same goes for some options in styling. So, for example, maybe this background we wanted to in colors, we wanted to pop up a bit more, right, on mobile, and of course, in desktop view we get the previous setup. So anything you modify here inside the tablet and desktop will stay only in that device. And this is very interesting and powerful, because you can offer different experiences to different users catered to their devices, which is something very, very interesting. Of course, the typography, again, works the same way. So for example, let me see what is this. This is a heading 2. So if you want to modify all the headings 2, you will go here, and of course, you will modify the headings 2 only for the mobile, right? So maybe on mobile, we want a bigger heading 2, or a smaller, or have a bigger height, or things like this. This is the global functionality, the responsive. What do we have here? Here's something related to the membership, where you can view if you set up certain blocks to be shown based on if you're logged in or not. You can view this inside the editor based on these options. This is the most important and cool parts about Brizy Cloud. We've built from scratch, an entire custom CMS here, native in Brizy Cloud, where you can build the pages, and you can see this page we're editing right now is the home page. You can build blog posts, you can build stories inside the project. You can build pop-ups and alerts inside the project. You can have users, of course, log in. You can build custom functionality and custom assets here in the sidebar. If you have, for example, something that is more custom and you need certain fields, this is an advanced field functionality that you can build. Our media library, where you'll load your media, videos, images, files, and things like this. And the project settings. And let me very fast walk you through it. The general stuff, favicons, things like this. We have all the SEO options to position you and rank you on Google. Brizy.io is our website, and it's built 100% with Brizy Cloud. And we are first on Google on a lot of keywords that we're pursuing in SEO. And we are using the same options. So proof is in the pudding in a sense. We have sharing options, how your website will look when you share it. We have system pages. You can design coming soon pages, page not found. You can protect pages. You can protect the entire project, and your client give it a password, and on your client entering that password will be able to see the project. We have translations. You can build multi-language websites manually if you want, word by word. But if you are creating a Google account, and you are copy-pasting the Google Translate key here, you'll do everything automatically. We've built that system in, everything translated through Google APIs. It's like magic. You build a, I don't know, 20, 30-page website in English, and in 2 minutes you have it in French, you have it in Spanish. It's very, very cool. Code, this is again something very important, because usually agencies bring all sorts of tools in, third parties. Facebook pixels, Google Analytics, chatbots, all sorts of things that you'll be able to use using our code injection functionality that works at the project level, and of course it will work at the page level as well. Webhooks for the more developers out there that wants to know more about what happens in the system, to send some webhooks when some events happen inside the website. And last but not least, redirects. This is very useful when you're bringing sites over to Brizy Cloud, and you want to not lose those SEO juice, and you want to translate everything from one website to another. This is it in a nutshell. I mean, we can go all night because I have a lot of things here to show you, very, very interesting. But I encourage you to go test it yourself. Brizy Cloud is a very, very powerful platform that will let you build websites from one-page websites to a couple of page websites, very simple websites, to more complex blogs and dynamic content websites. So the sky is the limit, basically. Let me go back to the dashboard. Gabriela, are you still here?
Yep, I'm still here, and there are so many questions in the comments. I'd love to get to those so you can
Okay.
get those
Do you
answered.
want to go to the Q&A now? Maybe I overrun a bit our time with the demo, or want to test that business with your coffee shop?
I do want to make sure people's questions are answered.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, let's just then it gives you time to show roadmap or talk about other things. Awesome. Okay, so let me just throw some up on the screen. We have a few. You did mention dynamic assets, so I'm going to go ahead and
yes.
we are being asked.
I'd like to see how dynamic assets work and the use cases of the custom assets. Yes, of course, it will be a longer webinar. I can tell you that if I would show this right here. But the main idea is that we've built I would make a parallel with WordPress. If you know the plugin from ACF, the Custom Advanced Fields plugin, if you are familiar with the WordPress ecosystem. But what that does in Brizy Cloud is it's something similar. So you'll be able to build custom collections inside the sidebar. So for example, if you're building a website with movies, let's say, right? A review movie website, you will probably want to build their authors, directors, and build custom assets there. And for the actors, for example, have an image of the actor, the name of the actor, some bio, some things like this that it pertains to that particular website that you're building, right? And with all those assets that you're building, custom collections, you can bring them inside the elements, because we have a way for the elements to link with those dynamic data.
I think that seems to flow really well to this next question. They're asking about building a site to include local business listings, like local dentists in your area, where you can offer free and paid listings.
Mhm. I have the Brizy LTD, but does Brizy have any templates for local business listing website? We don't right now. This is a very good question, and we are always keen to find out what should we bring next in terms of pre-made templates. And I think this is a very interesting proposition to build more complex websites like this that incorporate custom assets, that incorporate listings like this. We do have, and I need to preface this because this is important. I'm not here to sell you the moon in the sky, although Brizy can do a lot of things. We are still developing it and improving it. So for a listing website, we would need two things that we don't have right now, we will have next year. And this is search, basically, right? Listings, you need a search, right? And a filter functionality. And we're working for some time to build a complex filter functionality that incorporates everything that we've built so far. And that filter functionality will work perfect with listings because you will be able to select all sorts of criterias for the listings and things like this. So right now we don't have it, primarily because we don't have that search and that filter functionality. It will be odd for you to input 2,000 businesses and don't have a way to search for something in particular, right?
That makes total sense. I actually have a couple more questions
Yes,
regarding templates. One
please.
is for a SaaS tool subscription website, and the other is a coming soon page.
Yes. Any templates for SaaS tool subscription websites? We do have a template for SaaS tool subscription website, and it's actually a template that we don't give in our main list of 200 templates. It's a template that we provide Lawrence with our white label option, a white label plan, because it's a pre-made reseller template based on a SaaS business, which is a website builder business, right? Because this is what our white label users are reselling. And that template comes with the functionality, with a link, with Stripe and things like this. So I'm not sure how much it will help you, but if you are looking to go on a white label plan, you'll benefit from that template. We'll give it to you in your account. Yes.
All right. What about an LMS? People are asking if you can build that with Brizy Cloud.
You can build it with something more of a light LMS, I would say. It's very interesting. I really like this line of questioning because it looks like we have in the chat agency owners and users, freelancers that are building more complex products, more complex websites rather than the simple 2-3 page website. You can build an LMS with Brizy Cloud. I would call it a light LMS because you would not be able to offer what I don't know, complete or powerful LMS will offer, like tests and things like this, like all sorts of tools that Brizy doesn't offer. But you could build one, a light one, based on our membership functionality and our accounts functionality, and show certain blocks and certain pages based if your users are logged in or not. So for example, they come to you, they pay to access your courses, you give them a password and a username, or they create an account, you give them the link to your website, and then when they create the account, they can access those blocks that are revealed to them. And in those blocks you can put your content, your courses, your learning materials, let's say. So that's why I'm calling it a light LMS.
I think it's good to manage expectations for sure.
No, it's important for me because for us it's not a matter of getting it's a matter of getting clients that will be successful with our tool, right? It doesn't make too much sense to come to Brizy and then to go away in 1 month or test it a bit, and so it's good to choose the right tools for the job, let's say.
Absolutely, absolutely. Somebody has a question, I'll pop it up on the screen here,
Thanks.
about the Google Business feature that you showed us where it would like auto-generate an entire website. They're asking if you can use your own prompt.
Yes, you can use your own prompt, but not the way Malcolm is thinking it. Not the way build me a website with 5 columns and 3 blocks, and in the header I want menu on the right, and not in that way where you say what you want the AI to build, but in the way that you tell us your brand, your industry, and give us as much detail about your business as possible. And based on our templating and our models that bring in the copy and the images, we are trying to do the best job to build that website for you. And then you have the option to modify it like the way I've showed you. What will add more on top of that, and Malcolm, maybe you'll be glad to know, is that we are working, and this will be probably next year. We are working to let you be more granular with the regenerations. For example, like I showed you, you can regenerate entire pages, all the text in a page, or all the images. But we are working on a solution where you can click something on if you want text you don't like, it doesn't make sense to replace everything on the page, right? If one title you don't like. So we are working on a solution like this to click an image, replace this. I don't like that. Make this. So this is one. And the second, the multi-page generation. So we'll have websites with multiple pages via AI, not only a one-page website next year.
Oh, that's great. Actually, just since we're talking about next year, someone is asking if you have any specific idea when that listing and search functionality that we were talking about before might be available.
I would say end of Q2, so probably in the first half of the year. I'm first guilty of being very excited and showing some things very fast, and then we've worked on it, and it proves to be quite difficult to do, integrate in all our systems, and we push it again and we push it again. And this search functionality and filtering, we've been working on it and grinding on it for some time, and it should have come this year, but we've pushed it for next year. I hope we don't meet again next year and we push it again, but no, we will try to have it next year. Yes.
And someone's also asking about like scroll animations. Henrik asked earlier just about functionality animations.
Henrik, more better. This tells me that you already tested it and you need something more or better, right? If you use this phrasing. What I know is that we have this more and better. One sec. I think I would answer with a question. What more? Because I know we have scroll animations, some parallaxes, and what can look, Henrik, dimi@brizy.io. Send me an email with some examples, some links with better and more animations, and I would love to bring it to the table and to integrate it. Maybe you can put it my email.
I was about to. Is
Yes,
it
please.
dimi@brizycloud.io?
No,
Oh,
brizy.io. Dimi at Brizy.
brizy.io.
I'll put it here in the private chat.
Okay, that should be right. If not,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. We got that.
Henrik, I'll be more than happy to look over it and see how we can bring that on if we find more and better animation. I know that we had a problem. I'm not sure if that fixed with some parallax. It had some issues, but I think we fixed that some time ago. But I'd be happy to any suggestions you have. Just write me and we'll put it on the list. I can't promise you that we'll do like that and next week we'll have it, but at least we'll definitely consider it.
Amazing. I have a few more. I have actually a lot more questions, so let's
Yes.
just keep it moving. Malcolm, hi again. You're asking if we can export HTML to Elementor Pro.
No, you can't. You actually, I don't know. You can export HTML from Brizy Cloud. Whatever you do with it, if you want to bring it into another system, if Element Pro accepts it, you can go crazy. Usually, systems are usually different, and when you're working with different systems, you are bumping into all sorts of obstacles that are built, maybe built or not built, but you can try it and see how it works. What I can tell you for sure is that you can export HTML from Brizy Cloud. Further than that, what you do with it.
Gotcha. We have someone here tuning in from Rome, so ciao, piacere. and they're asking if there will be an automatic backup system available soon.
Yes, a very good question. Thank you very much. Although it's not visible, I mean, you don't have a button that say back up now, back up now. We are backing everything up rigorously. Nothing is lost. So, for example, if you are by mistake delete a project from your account, which we have a couple of steps to do it. So you'll need to write the exact name of the project and then delete. And we ask, yes, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? So it will be very hard to actually delete a project. But if you still delete it by mistake, we can recover that for you without any problems from our backups that we do rigorously. We don't output that functionality yet inside the dashboard, so you can't control those backups to maybe. And we were thinking this is a more complex functionality that we will probably do eventually, but it's not a priority right now. Backups are interesting to have a backup, but this is not necessarily the point, because we are doing backups already. The point of backups is to build that one, restore projects that you deleted, but to build that go in time, right? That back in time machine from Apple, right? If you go, if you want the project, I worked last week on a page and I can't remember, you go back to the project how it was last week, right? So revisions back in time functionality, that is something more interesting, I think, than the backups, which are already happening. So if you are don't panic, we have everything, you don't lose anything in Brizy Cloud.
Don't panic, guys. That's that's the takeaway. We have a question about some AI functionality
Of
here.
course.
Someone's asking if we can provide a website, I guess it's like a source material, and then the AI will use that to generate your website.
No, right now you can't do that. The templates or the generation that you saw there are template based. So you can't provide a URL or a website and the AI to build something along that. But this is something very interesting, and what I can tell you without spoiling or without giving too much away from the backstage is that we are having these discussions internally, and this is not a very, as you can imagine, this is not the run-of-the-mill AI functionality. So it's something more complex with some models that need to analyze the structure and identify certain elements on the page and translate them to Brizy. And then, so I would not get into much technical details, but what I can tell you is that it's a bit more complex. It will take some time. I presume that a lot of businesses there are some teams that are working on something like this somewhere in a dungeon or in an office somewhere. So probably this would be the future.
Okay, that's good to know. Someone's asking about downloading images. So I'm gonna let you see if you understand. It sounds like
Yes,
it's important. Okay.
Ramzi, look, usually when I don't understand, I try to answer all the questions that are possibly coming up with this question. So, Ramzi, how easy is to download pictures for an architecture project and use them on the website? Right now, and this is something I think will launch in January, if I'm not mistaken. It's very, very close. I showed you, if you saw the demo, you saw that gallery where I showed it was empty, where you upload. I've told you that we upload images, documents, files, and all your media, right? This is the central way how you manage your media inside the project. But I'm not sure if you noticed up top, it was only a tab where it says media gallery, but it's a very nice space that will fill up very soon with third-party solutions for images that come from other places. Unsplash, Pixels, maybe some premium options like photos.com, Getty Images, things like this. Some partnerships that we're discussing with some businesses out there. So Ramzi, very soon what you'll do, you'll come to your gallery, switch to that images tab, search for architectural project or pictures, photos, and you'll get listings directly from your favorite image providers. Right now, of course, you'll need to do this manually. Go to Unsplash, find the images, download them, upload them in Brizy. So it's a bit of a legwork. It works, but of course, it's not that elegant right now. It will be in early next year.
That's good to know. Someone is asking about an Android version of the platform.
Android version, I think there is a bit of confusion here. Android refers to an operating system, probably, right? When you say Android. Right now, Brizy Cloud works in browser. So, for example, it works in Android as well, right? If you have, for example, if you have operating system that has Android on it, and you have a browser to access the builder, and you'll be able to use it. It works on all the modern Chrome, Safari, Firefox browsers. So basically, if you're open any laptop or computer, no matter the operating system, be it a Mac, be it a Windows, you'll be able to use Brizy Cloud. So it's not dependent on the operating system because it's online. It's web based.
Mm.
It depends on the browser and by the way, access to the internet, because you're building a website, right? I mean, it would not make sense to have an offline website.
Okay, I thought that was the case, but I just wanted
Yeah.
to confirm that. And I have one more question. Considering the webinar is today, they're asking if there's anything new being launched today. It seems like they already have access to the tool and they don't see anything new. So if you just want
Mm,
to clear that up.
No, I would love to launch something new, or we to launch something new every day. The reality of developing software is a bit more complex than this, so we need to test everything. We need to and the improvements and the fixes and the new functionality comes in batches. We usually tend to do one update a month, 1.5, 6 weeks maybe. It depends on the how big the update is and how our flow and our processes go throughout our little factory, let's call it, here inside Brizy. Today we didn't launch anything. We're preparing some updates. We're working, just to give you because I think we're approaching the final questions of our time tonight. To give you some sense of what we've been working on, we will be focusing next year. The bigger functionality will be to add e-commerce in Brizy Cloud, which is something long awaited. And we are working to finalize our Ecvid integration. We have a partner, Ecvid, so we are providing the e-commerce functionality from them. It will be installed and integrated as a white label solution natively inside the CMS, so you'll access everything there inside our sidebars and manage products and things like this. So this is a big one. The AI, we want to expand it a bit more. But next year, what we would also want, because as I mentioned at the beginning, Brizy is a multi-platform website builder. We've mainly touched about Brizy Cloud today, and it's a lot more to talk about Brizy Cloud. But we have also Brizy for WordPress. If you're using the WordPress ecosystem, you can use our plugin to build with the same exact experience. We have recently launched Brizy for Shopify. So if you're building shops in Shopify, you can use Brizy from their marketplace to you. So we have this slew of products that we want to maintain and keep growing. We are developing functionality that is long awaited, but also want to dig deeper and double down and improve what we already built in this last few years. So this will be what we'll be focusing on next year. Of course, we'll improve and add more functionality, but we'll have as a main focus going back to the basics and improving and doubling down on the products that we already have.
Awesome. Awesome. And you are right. We are approaching the end of the webinar, and it looks like we answered everyone's questions. If you have any more questions, guys, we did share an email that you can reach Dimi at. I will just oh,
I would.
Oh, there it is. I put that on the screen.
Awesome,
You guys
perfect.
can see it there. Great.
Can one last thing, Gabriela, if you can give me just 30 seconds, 1 minute, because I've mentioned at the beginning that we have this interesting opportunity for of course for AppSumo, the Sumo links. We have a very cool deal for the white label plan, actually, that you can and I want to talk a bit about this, because we are offering this in a white label format together with the white label, with the AI generation. You can brand everything and the platform as your own, with your own logos, and integrated and link your Stripe account and resell it to your clients, right? So basically, you can have your own Squarespace if you want, or Wix, right? Just at the tips of your at the tips of your fingertips, and you can sell that to your clients and generate that recurring revenue. And that is very interesting, and will be developing more in that regard in terms of options for our white label partners. And right now, if you are interested and you've purchased an AppSumo deal, we have 50% off, and this is something that no one gets, only the AppSumo Sumo links. 50% off for the first year for our white label plan. So that is something very, very interesting to go check on our website. Yeah, just email me if you have any suggestion, feedback, good things, bad things. I'll just take it all as feedback and improve from here.
Thanks, Dimi. And of course, if you guys have any questions after buying this deal, you can ask those on the PDP. There's a whole section with questions. You can leave your reviews, and you've got the emails. You can hit up his inbox as well. But thank you so much for your time, everyone. It was a pleasure, and I'm gonna reiterate again. This deal ends in basically 11 hours. So you've got till 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time to scoop up your lifetime access. And of course, check out that white label deal that is exclusive to AppSumo users. I hope everyone has an amazing Wednesday, middle of the week. We're almost through, guys. So thank you so much, Jimmy, for your time.
Of
And
course.
we'll see you guys later.